Alrighty, day 3 of our trip. Jake looks like he's having the best time in the world. We're, oh no, I should swap that around. There we go. Currently filling up the water for the van. Don't know how long this will take. We managed to use all of it. Yeah, we've had a number of issues with this van. Even just this morning we couldn't start it. It said it couldn't detect the key, and then we had to look up a YouTube video for help on where to place the key so that it starts the car properly. So that was fun. What else is wrong with the van, Jake? It wasn't the grey water wasn't emptied properly. We emptied it yesterday and there was noodles in the water, and we haven't eaten any noodles. It wasn't really clean when we picked it up either.
Yeah, it wasn't clean. Gas was half empty.
Yeah, gas half empty.
Propane, diesel was still there. Your ice on it.
As we get ready to leave camp this morning, we've got a bag of free food that we're just going to drop off at the community kitchen. I'm sure someone will want or need it, hopefully. Otherwise it'll just go to waste, considering we're flying today, so can't really take meat with us on a plane. Back on the road. We're gonna go stop for a pie, get some brekkie, and then yeah, we're gonna make for Queenstown. Hopefully everything with our flights today works out.
5 seats, 3 people on standby.
Oh, there's an extra person on standby now.
They booked last night after I left.
Ah, right.
Assholes.
Okay, so there's 5 spare seats and 3 people on standby for this flight. Is that from here to Wellington?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plenty of seats from Wellington, just getting to Wellington.
Copy. We'll see how we go. Pies required. Jack got stacked bacon and cheese because he's a filthy slut like that. I got just plain steak. Didn't really have much else to choose from this time of the morning. But back on the road we go. Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We've dropped off the van. Getting in a shuttle bus now to head to Queenstown. Jake, what's the Māori name for Queenstown? Do you know that?
Wakatipu?
Wakatipu?
Wakatipu!
How did you enjoy the last 2 days of travelling, mate?
Fucking mean, brother.
Yeah, pretty good. How'd you sleep last night? You slept pretty shit, yeah?
Yeah, bro.
How's your back feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling like an 80-year-old man, mate. It's not good. It's not good. I'm going to need a Zimmer frame by that time.
Yeah, so we'll head to Queenstown very, very shortly, or the airport at least. We're in Queenstown. So ZQN is Queenstown Airport. And yeah, hopefully there's some seats for us on the standby flights, and hopefully we can still do Wellington and then Wellington to Christchurch, because I would love to go to Wellington.
It's a cool airport.
Yeah, pretty keen. We'll see you at the airport. Righty, so we're at Queenstown Airport.
Yeah, man.
Waiting for our flight to land. Jake, the lucky bastard, gets to sit in the cockpit. I cannot, because I do not have the right ID, which sucks, but that's okay. I'll video call Jake from where I'm sitting.
We'll get you in there one day, mate.
One day. Yeah, so all good. We're both on standby travel, so there's enough seats available for us, so should be all good. The flight into Wellington is pretty much full, which is apparently uncommon for Wellington.
Yeah, they're usually about half full.
Interesting. Should be good though. It's only what, an hour and a bit to Wellington?
Yeah.
Solid. Keen for it.
Keen.
We didn't get our jump seat. We got a seat though. We got a seat right at the back of the plane. We're not too far off Wellington. Hopefully no struggles getting in, and hopefully we have enough time to check in for our next flight. Alrighty, we made it into Wellington. For some reason, there's giant birds from the ceiling in the terminal. Flight was a bit bumpy taking off, hey Jakey?
Yeah, brother.
Oh man, almost feeling a little bit nauseous after that, and landing was a little bit better. Still a bit rough. We've got about 55 minutes until our next departure, so, and we've got to check in our bags again because we're on staff travel, so trying to make the most of it. Okay, Jake, lots happened in the last hour. So we got into Wellington, and we checked in for Christchurch, and then about 15 minutes after that the flight got cancelled. So we have managed to rebook back to Christchurch via Auckland. So we're going to go we're going to go Wellington to Auckland back to Christchurch, hopefully. That just means we're going to do 3 separate flights in a day. We might be home in about 6 hours when we should have already departed. I think our original flight was supposed to go around now.
Yeah.
All part of the fun, hey Jake? Waiting to board. It's Auckland now. Hopefully getting a seat. I'm still on standby. Jake has requested the jump seat again, which hopefully will free up another seat. There's a couple of passengers that haven't checked in, and it's 15 minutes to departure now, so hopefully something goes in our favour. If we can get to Auckland, we are very, very likely to get back to Christchurch. Such a backwards way to go, though. We've been given seats next to each other, right at the back of the plane. Tried the jump seat, again, no jump seat. Sad days, but at least we were getting a seat, and we should be in Auckland. How long is the flight to Auckland? An hour? Should be in Auckland within the next hour and a half. Fingers crossed.
Then down to Christchurch.
Woohoo! We are at Auckland. We've gone through security screening. I think that was the quickest transfer we'll probably ever do in our lives. We were first off the plane, had our bags, checked in, gone through security screening. We landed like, what, 10 minutes ago?
10 minutes ago.
So we've got a little bit of time. We're departing at what, 6:30? 6:30 departure. We'll see if we've got time to loiter. Made it onto our last flight. Back to Christchurch. How long's the trip, Jake?
Hour 10. Hour 10-ish.
So we should be back by 8 PM local time. 5 hours after we were supposed to be back in Christchurch. Finally made it back to Christchurch, hey Jake?
Yeah, brother.
We need to figure out how many kilometres we travelled today via land and air. And figure out exactly how many hours we spent trying to get back home. Like I said before, it's about 5 hours after we were originally supposed to get back here. But we've got our bags. We're just waiting for Joe to come pick us up. And then home time. We made it home.
Whoa.
We're back. This is Joe. Holy shit. So we did about 2,500 kilometres of flying today, paired with 640 kilometres over the last 2 days of driving. Was it 660 kilometres? Yeah, 660 kilometres. We did about 15 kilometres of walking in that time as well, which isn't too bad. I don't even want to know how much money we spent on pies and
Too much.
and booze and
Boobs.
yeah, and Joe was lovely and took us to get KFC because we've been we we left Queenstown at like when did we fly to Queenstown? It was like 11:30 departure.
Yeah,
11:30. And we only just got to Christchurch after 8 PM.
40-minute flight. Direct.
Yeah. Oh man.
We're not going to mention the fact that the, customer service tried to change our flights to the direct.
Hey, it was all part of the journey. We had a good time. We have lived, we have experienced, and we will probably not do standby travel again.
I am traumatized.
Alright. Thanks for joining along. Bye.
Peace out.
Hey, so just thought I'd actually go over the map of where we travelled. So for Saturday, starting from the east of South Island, made our way from Christchurch all the way inland to where you would have seen the Fairley Bakery, where I had the pork and applesauce pie, which was still pretty amazing. And then from there, made it to Lake Takapo and all the way down into underneath where you can see it says Fox Glacier. So that's just underneath where we camped for the first night, which was Mount Cook. That's right. Day 2 of that trip, from Mount Cook, we did about a 5-kilometer walk first, but made our way further down south, and we stopped at the salmon shop, and then we also stopped at Cromwell, and then you can see we didn't actually quite go into Queenstown. That's where we went to Arrowtown, Jake's old stomping grounds. That's where we spent last night as of filming this. Now, today, I did post a video earlier, but I'm going to include it at the end of this. You can see what shit show we had to do with today. We were supposed to, originally, the plan was to go from Queenstown to Christchurch via Wellington. Jake wanted to take me to Wellington, just quickly show me the town, and then we'd fly back. It should have only taken us like a couple hours. When we got to Queenstown Airport, the check-in girl asked us if we just wanted to fly direct to Christchurch. It would have been a 40-minute trip. We should have done it. However, we had a cancelled flight from Wellington to Christchurch, so we then had to hike it up to Auckland, which we only just made by the skin of our teeth, being on standby travel. Wait for about 50 minutes, and then flew from Auckland back to Christchurch. It's been a long day. I think it's safe to say I am never going to fly standby travel again. That was a horrendous experience. But I will include the video TikTok that I just made earlier to reference this shit show of a day. Hopefully everything with our flights today works out.